Hello everyone. I am going to discuss about the surface ornamentation techniques, which is the syllabus of prescribed syllabus from GNDU, which is taught in MSc and BSc fashion designing classes. Now we start with surface ornamentation techniques. Ornamentation means to decorate the surface of the cloth by means of various techniques. Ornamentation on the plain surface of the garment is as important as the beautiful stars on the surface of the sky. There are various techniques of surface ornamentation, which are resist dyeing, which includes tie and dye, batik, then printing, which includes block printing, screen printing, and stencil printing, then painting, which then embroidery, which includes traditional embroidery and professional embroidery, then applique work, beadwork, fogoting, smoking, braid work, withdrawal thread work of motifs and backgrounds, then cut work, then metal embroidery. First of all, we come to the resist dyeing. First of all, we discuss about the tie and dye. This is a very much popular ornamentation technique which is used by tying and dyeing process. In this, the thread is tied. First of all, thread is tied to the fabric where we want the design, we want the pattern. Then different techniques are used for tying the thread for making various designs. So we should follow these steps for making this technique. First of all, we have to prepare the fabric. Fabric is prepared by first of all washing thoroughly, then wrinkle free. It is done wrinkle free by removing all the wrinkles by ironing. Design is developed by marking the designs on the fabric. Then where we have marked the design, then tying with the thread for making the beautiful pattern. This is a t-shirt which is used for decorating by different tying the threads with different motifs like ovals, squares, then stripes, pleats for making the beautiful designs. Then after tying the thread, we will prepare the dye bath. Dye bath is prepared by adding dye, salt in the water and bring it to boiling. Then put the fabric you want to dye in the dye bath and stir it continuously for 10 to 20 minutes. If you want to dye the one color, then it's okay. That if you want the more colors, then again dye other spaces, dyeing second color and so on. And after dyeing, we will open the threads and you will get the beautiful pattern like this. These dresses are also designed with this tie and dye process. Then next we come to batik. What is batik? Batik is the art of dyeing fabric using a wax resist. The Javanese used the traditional colors of indigo, dark brown and white. These three colors represented the three major Hindu gods. Specific patterns were only allowed to be worn by nobility, such as wider stripes or wavy lines of the greater width indicated high rank. This was the way people could determine the royal linkages of a person by the clothing or she was wearing. What kind of tools we now come to? What kind of tool is used? Tools called canting is used basically for making a batik. This tool is specially used for applying the wax and to create a small, thin and precise lines and patterns. It has a wooden handle with a tiny metal cup with a tiny spout out of which the wax seeps. Then we come to with the different processes while making a batik. First of all, fabric is prepared, means it is thoroughly washed and make wrinkle free by ironing. Then design is developed by drawing or marking. Then apply the wax on the spaces where you don't want color. Preparing the hot and cold dye bath. Dyeing the fabric with one color. Then apply the wax on the other parts. Dye the fabric in second color and so on. After this, remove the wax by in hot water, boiling water. You will get the beautiful pattern. Next technique we come to fabric painting, which is a beautiful pattern is painted on the fabric. First of all, we prepare the fabric for this, then mark the design, develop the design, and then paint the marked design with the free hand and with the 3D tubes. Next we come to fabric printing. In this, first of all, we come to stencil printing. In stencil printing, first of all, we will make the stencil. For this, we have to mark the design which we want to draw, and then cut the parts of the stencil, then print with the stencil. For printing with the stencil, we should keep the stencil on the fabric and fasten it, hold it with the sellotape or paper tape for the precise pattern and good design. For this, we will use a spray printing, or we will print with sponge and all over the printing. Then we come to hand block printing. Hand block printing on a fabric is a fascinating process. India has always been renowned for its printed and dyed cotton since the 12th century. Techniques used for block printing is, first of all, we have to carve the block, or ready-made blocks are available in the market. Then we will prepare the color solution. For this, the color solution is prepared by pigment dye, mixing it with fixer and binder. Then prepare the sponge base for applying the color solution with block. Sponge base is prepared by 2-3 layers of muslin, and we will put the polythene sheet under the sponge base to protect from the drying. We will then prepare the table and fabric. For printing, we require table or flat surface, and blanket should be spread before placing the fabric for the unique design and thorough painting, thorough color submission. Then we will print the block fabric with block printing. Here how the color pad is made and how the color solution is made. For color solution, the colored pigment is mixed with the thickener or binder. For printing pad, made from 2 layers of muslin and 1 layer of hexens. A sheet of polythene is used to keep the pad from drying out. This is a process of printing. This is a flat table with blanket, and beautiful patterns are coming out. Then next we come to the embroideries. First of all, we come to professional embroideries, which in professional embroideries, these stitches are used mainly: chain stitch, stem stitch, satin stitch, feather stitch, buttonhole stitch and bullion stitch. Next, traditional embroideries. First of all, we come to Fulkari of Punjab. The word full means flowers and kari means craft. Thus, its name literally means floral work or floral craft. The colors Colors, bright colors are always preferred. The main colors used are yellow, red, green, orange, pink, and blue. The fabric, the early days, the cloth used for fulkari was basically cotton and khadi, which was homespun and dyed. The variety of fulkaris are chop, ghungat bag, bhavan bag, darshan dwar, subbar, satrangi. In fulkari, the main stitches used are running stitch, buttonhole stitch, darning stitch, and cluster stitch. Then we come to Kantha of West Bengal. Kantha is rich multicolored embroidery from West Bengal. It is done with simple running stitches. Rural women in Bengal typically use discarded saris, dhotis, and cloth and layer them with stitches to make a quilt, light blanket shawls, throws, or bedspreads. Kantha shows the folk expression of the embroidery's art. General motifs used in Kantha embroidery are human figures, animal floral symbols, fascias, and trees. Then we come to Kashita of Kashmir. Kashmiri embroidery is well known for the beauty of its color, texture, design, and technique. Kashmiri embroidery, also Kashida, is used for ferans, woolen kurtas, and namadas, woolen rugs, as well as stoles. It draws inspiration from nature, birds, blossoms, and flowers, creepers, chinars, leaves, gobi, mangoes, lotus, and trees are the most common themes. The base cloth, whether wool or cotton, is generally white or cream or a similar shade. Pastel colors are also often used. The stitches include satin, chain, and buttonhole. Kutch embroidery. Next we come to Kutch embroidery. Kutch embroidery is characterized by the use of vibrant colors, mirrors, beads, and intricate and extensive needlework. It is done on the cotton or silk fabric. Kutch work embroidery involves the use of silk or woolen thread in the fine stitches. It draws its inspiration from romantic, architectural, and human motifs, as well as Persian and Mughal arts. The colors used are mainly green, indigo, deep red, black, yellow, and ivory. A popular and recognized example of Kutch embroidery is the Ghagra Choli of Gujarat, especially worn during the Navratri season. Then we come to chikankari of Uttar Pradesh. The technique of creation of a chicken work is known as chikankari. Chicken is a delicate and artfully done hand embroidery on a variety of textile fabrics like muslin, silk, chiffon, organza, net, etc. White thread is embroidered on cool pastel shades of light muslin and cotton garments. Then stitches used in chikankari. Here some of the varieties of stitches used include back stitch, chain stitch, and hem stitch. The result is an open work pattern, jali, lace or shadow work. Often the embroider creates mesh-like sections in the design by using a needle to separate the threads in the ground fabric and then working around the spaces. It consists of 36 stitches, which are in the slide. Then we come to Chamba of Himachal Pradesh. The word Chamba Rumal implies a peculiar visual art form that represents unique and charming embroidery done on a hand-spun cloth with untwisted silken thread, which is greatly inspired from Pahari painting. Chamba embroidery designs were based on nature, mythology, articles of everyday use, and happenings of everyday life, animals, birds, and trees, etc. And geometrical designs are also very popular. Then we come to Kasutti of Karnataka. Kasutti embroidery is a special craft prescribed mainly in Uttar Kannada district or North Kannada district. Its secret lies in fact that it can be done only by counting the threads of the weft and the warp. There is no possibility of tracing or implanting the design prematurely as outlines. The two kinds of stitches are Gavanti and Murgi are used in this embroidery. The two sides are neat and identical. Then this embroidery is done mainly on handloom Irkal saris. The motifs here range from architectural designs to a cradle and from an elephant to a squirrel. The main motifs are religious. Then we come to Manipuri of Manipur. The Manipuri embroidery is delicate and extremely fine. This craft is practiced by both men and women in Manipur. Threads and color used in this, especially earlier untwisted silk threads were used. Now the uses of cotton threads in shades of red, yellow, white, green and even black is become more popular. Stitches, tiny satin chain and stem stitches are commonly applied. The chain stitch is mostly utilized for outlining the motifs. Fabrics, the woven cotton normally with black as the base color is used for this embroidery. Then we come to applique and patchwork. Applique is one of the oldest and finest craft of Gujarat. By using different patches of fabric, beautiful forms of floral and animal designs are prepared for quilts, hangings, then modern households, products and apparels. These are some beautiful design and articles made from the patchwork and applique work. Then we come to beadwork or sequence work. Beadwork is a needlework craft. It is done by applying the beads, salma, sitara, sequin on the surface of cloth with the help of ari, needle and thread. Next we come to withdrawn thread work for motifs and backgrounds. Withdrawn thread work is usually effective for open work motifs on solid backgrounds to solid motifs. The design is always outlined in buttonhole stitch before the threads are withdrawn. The buttonhole stitch is worked inward and for withdrawn motifs and outwards for withdrawn backgrounds. Then we come to next technique, cut work. For this technique, first of all, we develop the design by marking. Then where we have marked, cutting the holes in the ground fabric in pattern formation. Then the hole can be cut inside the motifs as in body, eglise or outside the motif to form the backgrounds. After cutting away, it is replaced with the needle point lace bars attached to the motifs, which make a very open and lacy fabric. Fagoting, next technique. Fagoting, the technique used for making open work seams. It is a decorative way of joining the widths of narrow hand-woven fabrics to make large articles. It is easy to work and make even plain pieces of fabric look decorative. Next beautiful technique, we are come to smoking. Smoking is an embroidery technique used to gather the fabric. Attach the fabric with the graph paper through even tacking. Then pull the thread and gather the fabric. Make small stitches by joining different layers of fabric. In this way, you will get the beautiful design with smoking technique. Thank you.